Gordon to right. It's deep. And it's gone! D. Gordon has hit it out. And the Marlins have a 1-0 lead.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. I am a sad little Fuzzy today. I will tell you guys in just a second as to why, but we are coming down to the final games of the season. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this season absolutely flew by. I think we only missed 4 or 5 recaps the entire season, so now that I think about it, man, I've kind of been a machine. But that is all besides the point. We have a lot to uncover today. We have Aaron Judge hitting 500-foot home runs. I still don't know how this guy even chose to play baseball because he would be a perfect football player. Heck, I'm sure Aaron Judge could be a star basketball player if he wanted to, and I think in high school he was. Before we get into the highlights, I do have to give a quick shout out to the sponsor for today's video. If you're going to any baseball games, playoff games, football games, anything like that, use code Fuzzy to save $20 off on SeatGeek because sometimes I can find tickets for like 30 bucks. So if you're saving 20, you're getting a ticket for $10. That's not a bad deal. So I think that we have the sponsor out the way. Without further ado, it's time to start talking baseball. If you missed the San Francisco Giants game yesterday, I'm going to say one name followed up by another name. I have Jalen Davis, who hit a walk-off home run yesterday for the Giants, and I think that this guy watched a lot of Sammy Sosa growing up because I'm going to go ahead and show Jalen Davis's swing, and you guys have to let me know. Does it look like Sammy Sosa's trot, or am I just going crazy? So we're going to go ahead and roll it, and then you guys have to let me know if I'm onto something.
3-2. Breaking ball. High drive. Center field.
There you guys just saw Jalen Davis with the walk-off home run for the San Francisco Giants. They're still fighting. I give them some props because a lot of teams, they try to go for that #1 overall pick or they try to get into the top 10 and they really just tank the rest of the season as soon as they get eliminated. But the Giants, they're still playing pretty decent baseball. Next up, we have the Astros. Their #3 starter, Zach Greinke, took a no-hitter into the 9th inning and then he finally gave up a hit with 1 out in the 9th. So I really feel bad for Zach Greinke, but then he said after the game that, no-hitters don't really mean anything. They actually bring more pressure to me, so he's actually glad that he didn't give up the no-hitter, which is just crazy to me. And what's also crazy is the Astros have Zach Greinke as their #3 starter. Just get out of my face.
The 0-1 curve ball, and that's line back to Greinke, and he throws to. There's a 2-1 curve ball, and that's line and caught by Greinke.
Austin Nola to pinch hit for D. Gordon. Out towards the gap, closing. Maresnik can't make the catch. Line drive, caught by Ewing. Back-to-back shutouts.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Braun is really reminding me of his former self. I said that in yesterday's video. He had a 911 OPS, and then he added to that with a grand slam. He now has a 930 OPS in the second half of 2019. The Brewers, with the help of Eric Thames, Keston Hiura, Ryan Braun, they were able to clinch the 2nd spot in the wild card right below the Nationals. So what does that mean? The Mets, who we'll talk about today, and the Cubs we'll also talk about. They are officially eliminated from 2019 postseason play. I'm sorry. Guess what? If you're a Twins fan, you're going to really appreciate this next segment because they clinched the American League Central. They stole it away from my tribe, and I give them props because the Twins, they really did rebuild this offseason, and I give them props for calling up someone like Luis. What's his name? Arise? I think his name is Arise. He's hitting 350 as a rookie, so he's doing well. Max Kepler has 30 home runs. I think they have 5 players with 30 or more home runs as they clinch the division for the first time since 2010. How old was I in 2010? 13? All right.
A high drive to right field. Reyes going back. A drive to right field. It is back and gone. Eddie Rosario with a 2-run home run. And it's 5-1 Twins. Driven to right. Hit pretty well. And a slide.
So now that we just recapped the Twins game, I'm going to ask you a question. If you're a Yankees fan or if you're someone like an Astros fan, are you afraid of the Twins or do you think that you can get past them? Because the Twins, their offense is no joke, but their bullpen can be a little bit shaky as well as their rotation. So if you're Yankees or any other contender for the American League, are you afraid of them or are they just the Twins? We're going to go ahead and talk about something right now because we brought them up a few moments ago. The Chicago Cubs, they're one of the most embarrassing teams in baseball right now. I believe they are 9-13 in the month of September. They absolutely squandered their chances. They're going up against the Pirates. The Pirates are not even a 500 team, at least I think. They just don't even look like a 500 team, and they lose yet again, so they are officially out. Now, on the flip side, the New York Mets, they got everything that they need. They have Jacob deGrom lowering his ERA to like 2.43, something like that. Yeah, 2.43. So they might have the Cy Young Award winner in Jacob deGrom, and then also Pete Alonso hits home run number 51. So he's one away from the rookie record that Aaron Judge set back in 2017 with 52. So the Mets, they have the pieces. It's just they imploded. They really did.
The batter.
Toward the middle of the diamond, and nice play by Rosario. He gets the fourth.
Major leagues with 50. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep left center. 51 is on its way. It is gone. A home run. Pete Alonso is one away from tying Aaron Judge's rookie home run record.
And how about Jake Elmore? Gonzalez can shoot one through the infield. Oh, well, look at it take a big bounce, but it hangs up there, and the Pirates take the lead. And that ball to second. Adam Frazier on first. Rays the Jolly Roger back-to-back over the Chicago Cubs.
Gomes at second, 2 outs, and the Nats are going to take the lead on a second hit of the night by Wilmer.
Dozier.
That ball is cranked to left. See you later.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. This next game has zero importance to everything that has to do with the game of baseball in 2019. The Blue Jays versus the Orioles, who cares about that? But in my opinion, this has actually been a pretty fun series. They're calling up their top prospects. They're starting to get some playing time. Austin Hayes for the Orioles, and then maybe we'll even see Adley Rutschman next year. But yeah, the Blue Jays, they had 4 home runs or something like that yesterday, and they scored every single run via the long ball en route to getting a dub over the Orioles. I thought it was fun to watch.
Have been leading off games. McKinney socks one in the air out to deep right field to start the bottom of the 4th.
Hitters talking long balls.
That's punched down the left field line. Traveling well. It's got a chance. Goodbye.
Here's a immaculate and and missed. The ball's in the dirt. Bailey throws to first, and that's the ball game. You're watching. Take a look at the 208 batter. Then it drops onto a catwalk, and wait for it, like the old game Kerplunk. Wait, and there it goes.
Did you guys just see that? Did anyone just see Aaron Judge swing a bat and hit a baseball very, very, very far? I would have to say there was no StatCast on this, but I am fairly certain that this baseball traveled 500 feet, and if you disagree with me, you're probably right. It most likely did not go 500 feet, but I'm saying it's 500 feet because that hit the very back of the stadium. Now, the one caveat to this is Aaron Judge was facing the Tampa Bay Rays and Mr. Charlie Morton. Yeah, Charlie Morton made the Yankees look like a AAA team. The Rays keep on winning. They keep on winning, and then to add insult to injury for me, the Rays win, so now they're at 1.5 games ahead of the Indians in the wild card. And then the A's, Mr. Matt Chapman, used to be one of my favorite players in the league. I'm spitting all over myself right now because I'm so angry. He hits a home run in the top of the 9th to give the A's the lead. The A's win, the Rays win. The Indians lose. We'll talk about it.
Spinner, and that is strike 3.
One out. Here's Aaron Judge.
3-2, strike 3 call.
The 2-0. Swing and a drive to center field.
And 4 ribbies.
27-year-old Luis Sessa.
High drive into left field, way up there. Going back is Maben, turning and looking, and came back onto the field. It's a home run for Avi Garcia.
Chapman hits a deep drive into center. Going back is Goodwin. He will turn and watch it fly. And the A's have taken the lead on the biggest home run of the year for the Oakland A's. Center field shot by Matt Chapman.
All right, so here we are. According to my script, we have to talk about the Indians right now. Yeah, the Chicago White Sox won. So we fall to 8-10 on the season against the Chicago White Sox. So we're 1-6 against the Rays. We're 1-5 against the A's. Even if we made the playoffs, we're not winning anything. 2019, in my opinion, is a wash, but I'm still going to support my Indians. I'm going to be fake happy. I'm going to pretend to be hopeful. The Indians got this.
Shane Bieber.
In the air left field, Luke blows back. It is out of here. Leury Garcia leans into one. And Zach Collins. First base, fair ball, and it's airmailed. Santana threw it to Elk Grove Village, and the Sox have 2 runs. Thank you.
So Shane Bieber and the Indians, of course, made me a sad little fuzzy. Now, speaking of sad fans, I'm pretty sure that the Red Sox fans, they're probably getting out of their funk. They were eliminated, but I think they all knew that the season was, just like me, it was fake hopeful. That you're just hoping that you make the playoffs, but it was not going to happen. Especially when you have Chris Sale on the IR, that's not going to happen. But it's a little bit too late. The Red Sox did have a pretty good game yesterday. Mitch Moreland was 4 for 5. Rafael Devers had a home run, so, I mean, not bad.
2-2 pitch, hit high, hit well, left center field. 2-1 on the way, cranked in the air, deep right center. Mitch Moreland.
And struck out.
Blasted towards left field, moving back, Benintendi, he's there. And he plucks it out of the air, that'll do it. Rick Porcello, talk about settling in. He's now retired 11 in a row.
2 games I want to talk about right now are coming from the powerhouses in the National League. We have the Atlanta Braves. Josh Thompson has a huge night. He plays 4 runs, and also he has a 6.1 WAR on the season, which is higher than Ronald Acuna Jr.'s 5.6. So Josh Thompson, he has been worth every single penny of that 1-year contract. And after that, the Dodgers, they hit 4 home runs. Most likely it's going to be the Dodgers versus the Braves in the NLCS. That's my opinion. Honestly, that's how it's looking. Although the Cardinals, we'll talk about them in just a second. They look good too, but they choked yesterday.
Swing and a drive hit toward that left center field gap. That ball is up and against the wall. 3 runs are going to score.
That gap, probably that one was probably the hardest one he hit all night right there.
So a 4 RBI game for Josh Donaldson.
On a 3-1, Peterson turns on a ball and starts the night with a bang. Starting the second. And crushing a ball the other way against Nelson Lamet. Peterson swings away, launches to deep center. Tie game. Rios hammers the ball. Right center field, forget about it.
Final game that we have to talk about from yesterday is the Diamondbacks versus the Cardinals. I for sure thought that the Cardinals were going to win because they have a guy, let me read his name, Randy Arozarena. I don't know how to say it, but he stole home, he hit a home run, and he threw out a runner. So when you get that kind of production from one player, you would think that you would win the ball game, but the Diamondbacks, they had other plans in order, and they win the ball game, which is good, I guess. The Diamondbacks are out, so it doesn't really matter.
Snap throw to first, and the runner's trying to score from third, and he is safe.
Here's a line drive and a hit, and Jones takes the turn at second. He's going for third. The throw over there, and Jones. The 2-2 pitch is hit deep. Left field.
7-5 lead. And a drive to left field. Hit it pretty well. Back of the warning track at the wall. It's gone.
All right, guys, so we're done with the games from yesterday, but before you leave, we do have to talk about this day in baseball history, and also use code Fuzzy, again, if you're going to any football games, baseball games, concerts, anything like that, to save $20 off. Thank you for the sponsor, Mr. SeatGeek. But the things that have happened today in baseball history, September 26th, 1981, Nolan Ryan throws his 5th no-hitter. We're going to go ahead and show that in just a second. Also, September 26th, 2011, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. becomes the all-time hits record for a Dominican-born player. And then last but not least, September 26, 2013, just 6 years ago, it feels like it was forever ago, Mariano Rivera gets pulled for his final appearance in the big leagues. Thought it was really special. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. Love you guys all so much. You've really changed my life. Let me go ahead and just throw that out there. You guys rock. Thank you for everything. Enjoy this day in baseball history.
This may be it.
Dominican Republic Ambassador to the United States, Anibal de Castro, on hand with Felipe Alou, as Guerrero recognized as the all-time leader now in hits by a Dominican-born player. For Felipe Alou, his first manager, he said, no one's going to change him.
How's this for drama?